Welcome back, everybody, for the start of the third chukker. Welcome back to the live stream. We're just seeing Felix San coming out on his pony, Tasty. He starts this chukker on Tasty. Now, watch this. Now, we've got Tasty on the left there, but watch this goal and this run from Kazakh against Kazakh the other day. So there was the pass from Perotto Cambiasso on this horse, Tasty. Unbelievable pony. And he picks it up and he literally just turns it on the turbo boosts. And it deflects off Alizalde by mistake. And he just goes, literally drops the hammer. Look at this pony go. We've been playing it on the highlights. He goes. And we've been putting some great sound over it like Messi, 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 Messi. And he scores. But an unbelievable goal from Felix San and Tasty. Well done, sir. We were just trying to highlight some of these horses as we go through. And it's an Argentine chestnut. It's got the white blaze. It's got 4 white socks. Open Nueva York by Damn Candy Crush. So that is that cracking little pony there. Let's look at these ponies. Chicago for Jaisal Singh. Marcos Araja, Mojon Mecha. Juan Britos is on Escribiana. Juan Martin Zubia is on Emezeta Nativa. Marquez de Riscal. Gatubruela for Alejandro Aznar. Valiente for Simon Prado. Felix is on Tasty. We just saw that. And Perotto Cambiasso comes out on Dolfina Santidad. And that is Dolfina Guerrero out of Dolfina Santa. One best playing pony in the Queen's Cup a few times in 24. And played it in 25. And he's back on it now in 26. Sijan Indian Tigers have the hidden. Let's go.
Set long by Zabir. It's going to go all the way. It didn't need touching. That is a 5B. I think that's the first 5B I've seen scored this tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carl, but wow, what a strike.
I'm not sure. I want to say there was one more, but maybe that was in my sleep. I don't know. One more, I think. But yeah, wow, what an absolute cracker. An absolute cracker from Martin Zubir from midfield. Wow, he really is just turning into such a balanced player, isn't he?
Yeah, wonderful. Emezeta Nativa. Now, watch this one go. It's going to be Jaisal out in front. He's being chased, but the Sushan Indian Tigers are gone. Jaisal Singh out in front.
Oh, off the front of his pony. Oh, such a good run. They give the ball to Jaisal. That is what they need to do, stretch, and that's what they're doing. Amazing. He's played all over the world, in India, obviously a massive, big partnership and pushing Indian polo. Jodhpur polo team, plays alongside Pacho, the Maharaja, and he's such a great big supporter of polo here across the globe, but also here in England. And he's running back now. Alejandro Aznar, another patron coming through. Great strike from Aznar. Both number ones going back, John, like you say, both capable of doing damage.
So it comes forward now with Alejandro Aznar. There now with Britos. Juan Britos takes it away. Still going in there now is Felix San. But good defence by Britos, who comes away against Simon Prado. And Felix San. Tasty is the mare. Lovely play by Felix. Gives it again to Perotto Cambiasso on the turn. Look how this young superstar, just 20 years old, forces his way through. But he now draws the whistle.
Yeah, let's have a look at the live stream here. We can see, so Perotto had it. He darted left, and in darting left, Zubir was there. Zubir was waiting. I don't think he realised Perotto to dart so far to the left, and it just caught Zubir by surprise. He's changing now. He's going to jump off. What was he on? I think he came out on Dolfina Sanidad, and now he's jumped onto another one. 5-3 though, Sijan Indian Tigers lead. Remember, Kazakh, they lost against them. They were quite strong, La Dolfina, 12-6. But Sijan Indian Tigers have won both their matches. Here we go, strike. Oh, has he put it wide? Oh, no, he hasn't. He's put it in. Great shot, brilliant ball, and that'll take them up to 4 goals. Great shot, nice ball going through, and a good penalty taken. Takes them up to 4 goals to 5 now. As they increase a little bit closer to the Tigers.
This game has flown by. 25 minutes played. We're already ending towards. There's very little whistle. It's open. It's running. Really well officiated, we must say, out there as well, as it comes out here now again for Juan Britos. Britos left behind. Picked up by Zabir and Perotto. The two linchpins. Ooh.
Okay, so it has been Howard Smith, Zubir. He had 3 taps. He spun anti-clockwise, and he should have released, and he should have only had 1 on it, and he had 3 on it. So Delfina Marquez de Riscal have the hit here. So he only had 1 tap on it, and he couldn't turn round on it, which is the call. So picked up by Perotto, and he'll storm through. Look how he splits the sea. Literally so clean with his clinical attack. But Zubir also picks it now and will push Jaisal going for the run.
Yeah, look at the speed of Jaisal Singh. He calls to the pass. Zubir, has he got the strength to get round? No, it's here with Felix Essayan. I think he's still up there, unlucky on that horse. It's here now with Perotto. Perotto looking to take on Araja, but it's coming back now. And here now with Sent Long by Kaku Araja, Jaisal Singh. He will be the player who picks it up. Still here now with Jaisal. Cut shot. Oh, Jaisal Singh. It's going to go. Is it going to go? Yes, it is.
Yes. Yes, and listen to the crowd. Listen to the crowd. Wow, Jaisal Singh puts it in there. Beautiful goal. He scored 4 goals in the last match, and he has just scored an absolute cracking cut shot for Jaisal Singh and the Tigers, and takes them to 6-4 here in the 3rd chukker. One of the brilliant goals so far. Kaku got hit, I think, just in that ball before, so he's just going to go off and double check that he's okay. He did get caught with Perotto, and he's just jumping off. We just want to make sure he's all right. He really hurt his hand. I don't know if you saw it, but I saw it off the ball. And they got sticks entwined, and there was just a little... The ball flew up and just caught him. So the umpire's just going to go over and talk. It was way before the goal was scored. It was right down in the middle of the field. So we'll just review it, and we'll just have a chat. But we just give Kaku a little moment to sort himself out and make sure he's okay. So, live stream, hello. We'll just keep you updated. We're just going to go and speak to the 3rd man, just make sure Kaku is all right. He's just up there. And he's just want to make sure his hand's okay. Just got caught in that. But what a goal. What a goal from Jaisal Singh. For those of you don't know, the Sujan brand is conservation, Indian heritage. It gives that team that distinctive look that they've got on the field and off the field, and it's just built around some brilliant Argentine professionals. I mean, look at that. You got Marcos Araja, Juan Britos, Juan Martin Zubir, and Jaisal. I mean, you know, he's one of the few teams flying the flag for Indian polo, and he is off, and he's going again.
He is going again. Jaisal Singh, he's away. Jaisal Singh, actually flicked in by Britos. Should give him a nice assist there, Jaisal Singh.
Oh, wow. I was just talking about how exciting and how dangerous he can be. And from the line-out, Jaisal's on absolute fire. Flying the flag for Indian polo and for conservation.
Players back in the centre, and it's going to be Araja again. The speed these Tigers are going, they're running hard with Juan Britos in attack. Now back comes Perotto, trying to put a little bit of calm on proceedings, but it's just manic out there at the moment as the backhand played by Simon Prado, now finding Perotto. Perotto down the ground, a rare mistake. That's what's happened. You rush them, and even the very best in the world start just to let unforced errors come in. But now Perotto does pick it up. He tries to play again. He sends it long to Alejandro Aznar. Aznar way out in front. He's being chased by Britos. By Zabir. Zabir gets him. Britos for backup. Britos with the backhand here now with Perotto Cambiasso. Cambiasso spins it round quickly. Still now Perotto. Can he finish what he started? No, because Juan Britos, he is having a superb game as it comes out now the back to be brought back at them by Simon Prado. Prado in between two players in white. Sends it left. Here now again with Juan Britos, who we've seen playing in various teams, and this is the play. Get Jaisal Singh out in front. Get him on the run. Make them chase him. Jaisal Singh in front of a St. Regis sign just over the top of the play. And they breathe a sigh of relief as they come back again. But the joy of having Jaisal Singh running out in front is you don't overcommit the guys at the back. As it's here now with Perotto Cambiasso. Felix S.I.N. He's giving him the option. Still though, Perotto. Good play by Araja. Araja looking to pick it up. It's going to be here again though with Perotto Cambiasso. Flicks it out left to himself on the near side. Perotto appealing for a foul. The umpires say play on. Perotto wide.
Wow. That looked like a great piece of set play. And Perotto had the line, and he thought he had the line all the way. But what defense from the Tigers. You can see how well they pushed, and he waited for Felix S.I.N. Felix came to join him. Then Perotto had it. He had to take it on his near side. Absolutely great defense from the Tigers. Prado's gone in a little bit early to try and dominate and stop this flow, which it does because S.I.N. read it well and they've out the air, John.
So S.I.N. brings it forward, still here now with S.I.N. with the tap towards the goal, moves it forward, S.I.N. right there on the doorstep. Now, the whistle has gone. Felix has jumped off. We've heard a buzzer. That was after a whistle, so we will see the conclusion of what happens here.
Yeah, let's have a look on the live stream so we can... Oh, Juan Britos. I don't think he didn't even see S.I.N. on this side of him. He didn't even see it on the left. I think he just got caught in that defence. Juan Britos was there, and actually Felix was on the left of him. I think he just got caught. But we are at the end of this chukker now. I think this is the end of the third. We will be going into the next one. So, those of you on the live stream, we've got an interview with Alexi Kalvansari, and caught up with him after his White Crane game the other day. And have a look at this. But 7 for the Tigers lead.
Yeah, so we've had a difficult season. The quality of the polo this year is incredible. In the Queen's Cup, we lost 2 big games by 1 goal in overtime. So we were nearly there. And in the Gold Cup, we've been very unlucky. We've had 2 losses, and today we got our first win. To be honest, it's a real relief because I've really enjoyed the polo, but when you're not getting the results, it's tough out there. There's some amazing teams, and the decisions are so close, but now we've got to win. Feeling confident.
Yeah, so we went to a commercial break there, guys. It is a stop and play, and he's getting attention, but we have got a penalty one. I think there's like a couple of seconds left. Sorry, we went to the third chukker too early.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was just talking to the third man.
We were talking to the third man. Go on, John.
Sorry, talking to the third man, and it was against White 4 coming across, penalty 1. So it's going to be a goal, and then I think there's a second before the buzzer, so they will play the 5B.
Yeah, sorry about that. We went a little bit early. Was it Britos? Just didn't see Felix there?
I think it was Zabir, wasn't it? Or was it? They said number 4, but I didn't see the replay. So.
Might have been Zabir.
But yeah, if they give a penalty 1, it'll be a goal. And again, we've spoken about these penalty ones, how they've changed, and how, 5 years ago, if you'd said a tactic would be to get a penalty 1, you'd be kind of like, God, what do they want to see? Crashes and sort of, causing chaos on the field. But now there is an injury here, so that is a dangerous play. But a penalty 1 given if there's a sort of purposeful obstruction of a goal.
He's remounted Felix, though, hasn't he? He's had a bit of attention, but he looks like he's back on board now. Hopefully he's all right.
Here at the ground, we were just waiting for the umpires and the third man to explain their decision. players, which I will just let happen now before we describe what has been decided. But one thing to know, don't rush off to get your coffee yet, there's going to be one more play. Was it the number 2 or number 4? So apologies again. We do just want to let the umpires explain to the players before... Oh, no, that's on the live stream. We have explained you. Apologies again. We are just going to let the umpires explain it to the players before we let you know what has happened. They have been talking to the third man. We're talking now to the umpires, explaining what the decision is.
Yeah, so we go for a penalty one. Decision was penalty one. And it was just unfortunate. I think the whip of Britos caught Felix SAN right in the goal mouth there. So they've called it a penalty one for La Dauphine Marquez de Riscal, and then they'll move up to the midfield for penalty from the middle. The arm was sort of there, stick went into, no intention, but it is a penalty to the La Dauphine Marquez de Riscal. Penalty one, and they'll come into the middle. So apologies for the delay, but we were just waiting for Tim Bound, third man, to relay that back to us. So that's unfortunate for Britos. He didn't realise, unintentional, but here we go. Back into play. 7-5, having that penalty one. Now La Dauphine Marquez de Riscal.
So here with Perotto, the first buzzer has now gone. Can they make it a one-goal game? Sent long down the ground. Back there is a Raja. It's coming through the crowd. The backhand played. That is Simon Prado, but it's gone wide to the right-hand side. Here at field, end of the third. Shucker, if I could please ask all a round of applause. And then make your way out onto the field. It's half-point, point.
That was a good try there. They tried to go for the backhand there. Was it going to be a one-goal game in it just at the end there? But they couldn't quite find it. So they do lead 2 goals. They've come back, La Dauphine, but what a start. Look, Britos giving Arajo a hug, saying, this is good. Come on, let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. 7-5. We will go now to that interview with Alexi Calvo-Ansari from White Crane. Check it out. It's half-time. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so we've had a difficult season. The quality of the polo this year is incredible. In the Queen's Cup, we lost 2 big games by 1 goal in overtime, so we were nearly there. And in the Gold Cup, we've been very unlucky. We've had 2 losses, and today we got our first win. To be honest, it's a real relief, because I've really enjoyed the polo, but when you're not getting the results, it's tough out there. There's some amazing teams, and the decisions are so close, but now we've got a win, feeling confident. I've got a goal today, so yeah, it's fun out there. Trying to make, small differences by a little block here, maybe pushing the team forward so they can open up the field. At our level as a 0 goal, it's very difficult to play, against these 6 goalers, 10 goalers, 9 goalers. But any little block we can put on, they're clever enough to make something out of it. So we keep trying. We've got the horses that love it, so we go and put them, in the game. And today it worked out well. We got the overlap. Yeah. So Jasmine and my wife and I have been playing for maybe 10 plus years now. We've been 3 years in the high goal. We always wanted to build up the levels from 0 goal through 8 goal through 12, 15, and we had the opportunity 4 or 5 years ago. Jazz got an opportunity to play with Scone. We played with White Crane then. She had an amazing run, and then a few years later I was lucky enough to play with Tommy Pinella, and now with Polito. We have a lifestyle living on a farm in Hazelmere, so we breed ponies. We've got our horses here, and we live here all year long. So we live for the English season.
next match. Well done, Gaston. Thank you, Gonza Ferrari, for filling in instead of Pelon. Congratulations to that beautiful near side from Jean-Paul Luxic, who's fantastic. And Cruz Heggie stuck a bit more at the back today. He didn't get involved as much, but I think that was needed because of Pablo Madonna's thing. There we go. Let's have a look at the 11-8 stats now. Pretty much similar. Fouls, 10-6. Penalties, 7-10. 7 to Gaston, 10 to Akasha. They led for 85% of the time. That's an interesting stat. They won a lot more throw-ins, Gaston. They had a lot at half-time, and they carried on winning those throw-ins. So that is an interesting one there. That kind of tallies up for what the final score is. Got to be happy with that, Jean-Paul. You had nearly hit the goal on one end, and then you had a lovely feed and near side of the other. There is the momentum. It's looking good. Heartbeat is looking good. Pretty cool. Green, little flashes of green when they had little moments here and there.
Gaston.
Yeah.
That is there. Gaston Lale.
There he is. Yeah, there he is.
Thank you, Gaston, for the information.
Yeah, he's always good with that, isn't he? John sends us such lovely little nuggets. And if you do, like John said, if you have any more nuggets like that, please do send them to myself or John, or even put them on the screen and send them in on comments, because it's so good for other people to see as well. And you might recognise a horse. You might recognise a horse. You might recognise a team. So many people here at Stedham, honestly. Tailgating. And there's tailgating. I mean, it feels like a little quarter-final here. There's so many people here, semi-finals. We're shooting the other way today. We're going across the pitch because the sun would have been directly in the camera's eyes. So we're actually on the different side of the field here today. That was a nice little goal. Came right out from out far. This was Pablo's. This was nice. This is the cut shot. Look at that. Cut shot through. He was going out. He was heading for his tent. Beautiful. That was in the second chucker, I think, that one. This was the dancing around from Facu. Fernandez Llorente just got ahead. So when they had those little moments, they finished well, but they had to get the ball either very, very close to goal, or Pablo had to shoot very far out. There wasn't anything really midfield. 11-8, well done, Gaston. Let's have a look at the league table. I want to see what happens if it moves. Everyone, I bet you're dying to see this table move. Bring it up, Marinito. Let's see. As it stands, moving up. Black Bears at the top. Arkasha in second. And Gaston in third. Now, they kind of knew that Arkasha, so they weren't going all guns blazing, but would have been nice to win, but at the same time, get the horses out, give them a run, get them ready for the next game. So Gaston are in third with 4 points, Arkasha 6, and so is Black Bears. They're definitely going through. So there's your top three. Pretty strong. Signet, Segavas, White Crane, Joe, and Julian Valhalla. Just a little bit further down the table, unfortunately. Thank you so much from John Kent and myself, Carlin Martinez. John, go back and watch Days of Thunder, and we will see you all tomorrow, 11, 12 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. Stay classy, Cowdray. Best goals coming up. There were some good ones. Always like watching these. Some really nice ones from both sides. This was a good one. Here we go. We came flying up here to Dubai, and it was just finished really nicely in front of goal, and then it went. Great run. Barto here went for the cut shot, and it just cut open backhand. Yeah, really nice indeed. On the Queen's Ground here at Guards for our away ground, for our away game. 2 away games today. Live stream both of them, and then we'll be back. So it's moved from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. It's moved from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock at the Stedham ground will be the final match of the day between Akasha, Pablo Madonna, and Gaston, with Cruz Heggie, Juan Brito standing in for Pelon, Bertrand Lale and Jean-Paul Lusvik. 13-5 on goals, 7-6 fouls, pretty similar. Penalties, pretty similar. Throw-ins, well, Oca Caliente, 59. But it was just those open goals, and they only led for 1% of the game, but 90% for Dubai. Super strong Dubai. 6 Gold Cups, 11 finals, and they are contenders. They are ones that we'll see for sure into quarters and could make it all the way to semis and finals. There's some big teams out there, but Dubai will definitely be one of them standing strong. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. We will see you at 4 o'clock this afternoon. That's 4 o'clock, not 3 o'clock, for Gaston versus Akasha. I'm Carlo De Martinez. Bye for now.
Everything begins here. Every field, every crop, every meal. But across the world, the soil we depend on is under pressure. And the future of farming depends on restoring it. Safe Rock, a natural resource to enrich the earth.
Well, there we are. We're looking at the man of the third chukker, Jaisal Singh. Look at that for a shot. He's on fire. The Tigers are on fire. He's such a nice guy. He's always smiling. They always have such a good vibe. Well done, Jaisal. Really leading the front there for Sujan. Remember we spoke about Sujan. 12-10, they beat UAE. They led for 68% of the time. Juan Martin Zubir scored 8 goals in that one. Then their second game, they won 13-6 against Park Place. They were strong. They led for 93% of the game. Jaisal scored 4 goals in that one as well. Let's look at the horses. Alejandro Aznar is on Toxica. Simon Prado is on Emersita Mongigote. Felix Carlos Essien is on Machitos Yemen. This is a nice one of Felix's. And Peroto Cambiaso is on Tyson. And if we then go to Sujan's horses, we'll see what they are mounted on. Now we've got Chicago for Jaisal Singh coming out on Chicago. What else have we got? Marcos Araja, Inanita Predilectica. Juan Britos on Pandemia. And Juan Martin Zubir on Miss Cuba.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, ready for the start of the fourth chukker. Thank you so much for turning in to do it. Umpires, everyone together. And we are good to go for the start of the fourth. Sujan Indian Tigers G7, 2, 5. Here we go.
Can they keep the momentum going in this second half of Polo Sujan Indian Tigers? Take it to the left-hand side of Felix Essien, and he's gone again. Juan Martin Zubir at speed down the boards. Jaisal Singh takes away Peroto for a second as Juan Martin Zubir leaves it for Araja. Araja with the shot down the ground, looking for Britos. Britos coming through as the Ooh, maybe there's a bit more space than it looked like from here, but it's going to come now away with Simon Prado. Prado just stumbling in front of him there was Araja. The umpire's happy though as play continues. Sent down the ground long by Peroto Cambiaso, but again Zubir is there. Now on the near side, just leaving it behind, will be Britos. Britos takes it out to the front. Behind him is Cambiaso. Cambiaso gets the hook. They're so well drilled, this team in white. Pablo Horechi, the coach, one of the nicest men in polo in the tent, just telling them what to do. I've just seen Martin Zabir, he is well watching as it's taken out to the right-hand side by Araja. Araja with the backhand into the pony. Reaching out and getting it there first is Simon Prado. Prado, flick backhand. Now they go. Lamarcus Diriscal, Ladolfina, Lamarcus Diriscal with the shot out the air. Perotto Cambiasso. How about it? What an assist. What a goal. What a player Perotto is. And Felix Esayen, he finishes it off. Yeah. But what a take out the air.
Well, it was before the take out the air as well, John. You had the lovely switcheroo down here, as we're going to call it, the little switcheroo, the little pass back, then the launch up, and then the finish. That was really, really lovely play from the goal scorer. Last game, scored 12 goals, Felix Esayen. He's on fire now, and a brilliant feed up by Adolfo. So I've got to make sure there's a line. Otherwise, they won't throw in that ball. Perotto feeds it out now. Looks like the screw's being turned. He's looking up, waiting for Esayen to go for the run, John.
Yeah, Esayen this time going back is Araja. Just pushes, ushers that ball. Ooh, just a game. They're going for absolutely everything out there.
There's no inches spared. No inches spared at all. Very, very fine lines. Unless it's the angle that we're on, John, but looking very close out there. Tigers.
Bringing it back into play. Britos, a little bit of a change. How Britos, and we talk about that change of play, mixing it up. Britos off the back line. We're so used to seeing Britos providing the forward movement, but he's hit that a little bit too far into the bank.
Yeah, he's hitting it nicely. He's really sailing these balls up. He's getting some very good length and distance on them. But unfortunate, a drop ball given back. There's one goal in it now. Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal. Can they get one more, John? Here he goes, the artist.
This seems to be his way through. Just put it up in the air. Slice open the defence. Perotto Cambiasso. Talk of people in the tent. Perhaps Adolfo had a word.
Yeah, I think press hard defensively. Run continuously. Create space for Perotto. Give the team that gaps that they need it. And that is exactly what's happened, I think. And you'll find that he is all about splitting through and the execution in order to try and find the way through. So we are now all tied up. 7-7 in the fourth. And for the Tigers, I've got to do something here because another line out is being won again by Perotto. He's just dominating this in that last few minutes of play, John.
Yeah, this is how these players, Perotto, you saw Lorenzo and Heta doing it in the last game. They don't let momentum necessarily bother them. They know they're going to have their periods where they begin to dominate a game, and that is what we're seeing. We saw year after year his father, Adolfo, would do it, be under pressure, and then he'd have a big chuck, and this is where we are seeing Perotto grow into this sport.
Yeah, it's really, he's kind of waiting. He's waiting for Zubir. He's waiting. And then Kaku comes to join the party from Tigers, and then they just give away that penalty, and they scream with delight when the whistle was blown on that one. And Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal just coming out on some seriously well-mounted horses as well. You think he was on Tyson. He's still on Tyson, I think. I don't think he's changed just yet, but Adolfo's down in the tent and definitely had a little chat with him and said, look, at the moment Zubir and Britos are stretching you guys and they're splitting you midfield. You need to do something about that. And they have. In it goes. Up it goes. Great goal from Perotto. Takes the lead now. Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal. First time leading for a while. It's 8-7 for this team as they come back to the middle, and Adolfo is just swinging possession at the moment. They've won the last few lineouts. That's had a big, big piece of it. And they've come out on some superstar ponies. They've won this line out again, but it bounces off a stick and it falls to Kaku Araja. Is it chance now for the Tigers to get a little bit of ball time, John?
So Kaku Araja brings it down to a stop. Juan Martin Zabir, he will just nestle in behind again. Takes it out to the right. Still here now with Juan Martin taking on Felix Esayen, and the umpires blow the whistle on the play.
Bien, I hear from one side. So in comes Zubir, and then do we think that is a write-off or not? And it's not, and it's a penalty to white.
Why not? Not as great as it should have been from the blue shirts. So penalty to white. And this is the chance for them to come back again. Level pegging. What a game to see.
Such a good game that we're seeing here. You think wasn't a great ride-off from La Dolfina, so they get the penalty. It's up to Kaku now to bring them level to 8-8 now. He winds up to this, is undefended, launches it, it goes through, and it's a lovely goal.
Lovely goal from Kakaraja. And we're back to 8-8. We knew it was going to be close. We knew it would be in for a great game, but this is brilliant. Here's the fourth here. Marcus Alaja putting one on. 1 minute 50 to go. And it's 8-8 apiece.
Yeah, you said it, Carl. The game swings backwards and forwards. It goes every way up there. We've had a cracker of a triple header of polo today here at Cowdray Park as it comes out now left with Raja appealing for the foul, or was...
Let's have a look. Producer getting off.
They're just getting a little clash of sticks there as they come through. And he just crouches down. Just want to make sure he's okay. Umpire's going to take his pony, and we'll just see and have a look on the replay a couple of times, so we'll be back with you pitch side. All right, so as he went to swing, so Perotto was coming in to get the hook and to try and come in and spoil that near side, and then the swing of the tiger, the swing of the tiger coming down and just caught Perotto. Now, I'm not sure how badly it's caught him.
Well, it was a hit on the head, and like I'm not sure.
From
he
a
also,
mallet isn't good.
Yeah, no, and it gives you that shock kind of time as well. But we're going to hear a whistle. I'm going to find out what third man
okay.
has to say about it.
Let's speak to Tim Bowen and see what they're reviewing their side.
What are we saying, guys?
So, umpire we got out there is Jason Dixon and Howard Smith. And if they are talking at the moment to our third man on the sideline, they're watching the VAR over and over again, and they're just keeping an eye on it and just trying to see whether he was at fault there, the Tigers, or whether Perotto was in the way of that shot. And then they'll decide which way it goes. He's remounted Perotto. He looks fine. Well, I mean, sure, he got a shock and he got a hit to the head, but he's able to carry on. Elijah just comes over and says, "I'm sorry, buddy, I didn't mean to do that. It wasn't unintentional."
Well, it's playing to live stream just before we go pitch side as well. So the question was coming out, just speaking again to a third man, of whether Kakura Raja had the right to take the second swing, and that is what they're deciding he did. Perotto was going right to left. Kakura had every right to take the swing. Perotto rode under the swing, and he gets a knock on the head and a foul against him. Penalty 4.
Zibia to take this one, 60-yard penalty. Family are here watching him. 27 years of age, 9 in Argentina, 8 here. One of the most all-rounded professionals you can get at the moment, Juan Martin Zibia. Oh, it's beautifully struck, but has it gone wide? It has. It's gone to the left. Unfortunate for Juan Martin. Oh, that's such a shame. Just went to the left-hand side of the flag post. They can't bring it back in, John. So it's 8-8, though, with 1:20 on the clock in this fourth chukker. What are they going to answer with? Oh, rare mistake.
Yeah, a rare mistake there from Felix. Picked up again by Zabir. Zabir will take it out to the left-hand side. Takes it under, still here. I think he's back on Rhodesia. Is Juan Martin Zabir, left a little short. Cross comes Perotto Cambiasso. Cambiasso now running away. As soon as he gets it, a trio of players in white, it becomes clear. Get to the 10-goaler, get to the young superstar who's won it all already in his career. As it's here now with Britos on the turn. Britos hooked out of it. The umpires say play on. They're going to have a look now. Are they happy with the turn? Yes, they are. As Britos goes in front of Felix Sin. Sin with the backhand, knowing exactly where Perotto Cambiasso is going to be. Looks down the ground. He's got runners in front of him in Felix and Simon Prado as well as it goes long down the ground. Coming back now is Araja. We've got just over 20 seconds until you hear the first buzzer in the fourth. The backhand played, and it's going to be here with Simon. Simon Prado left it behind. They're all fighting for Perotto Zabir. So cool, so calm. In comes Felix Sin, and eventually Juan Britos takes control, sends it long, send it anywhere, try and get Jaisal involved if you can, as the tail backhand hit again by Felix Sin. There goes the first buzzer, 30 left in play as Perotto with the tap, Perotto with the drive, he sent it high but he sent it wide to the left. Wow.
Wow, that was a very, very nice little bit of play there, that last minute there on the end of the fourth. What a contest we've got. What a game. It's 8-8 here at the end of the fourth. That was good pressure from both sides, and this is what it's all about. We've had such great games today, super close ones from Park Place and Lecce, from Kazakh and UAE, and now from these two here. We're going to go to a quick break and check out this Saint-Mem Open Polo Championship in France. It's the Saint-Mem Open Polo Champagne. 11 teams. They've been battling it out, and the final is tomorrow. We've got some highlights. We'll see you in a few moments.
Sous aucun prétexte, je ne veux avoir de réflexe malheureux. Il faut que tu m'expliques un peu mieux comment te dire adieu. Mon cœur de silex vit au fond feu. Ton cœur de pyrex résiste au feu. Je suis bien perplexe, je ne peux me résoudre aux adieux.
Welcome back, everybody, to the start of the fifth here for the St. Regis British Open of the Cowdray Gold Cup. We are looking at some ponies. Perotto just coming out on Ladybug, I think. Is it Ladybug? Yes, it is. I can see that. And then the screen tells me it's Ladybug, but I'd already got it down. Felix is on Libanesa. Simon Prado is on Ensenada Justita. And Alejandro Aznar is on Moonshine. Ponies for Sujan Indian Tigers. Jaisal, I think he's coming out on. What have we got? We got ponies for the last or not for this one? Let's have a look. Jaisal. Let's have a look at chucker by chucker whilst we get the horses for you for Sujan Indian Tigers. 3-2, they were leading to kick off with. La Dauphine Marquez de Riscal, but then they came back, the Sujan Indian Tigers. They levelled up in the second. And then in the third chukker, there was a couple more from La Dauphine Marquez de Riscal, but they had a great chukker, the third chukker, Sujan Indian Tigers. Absolute brilliant chukker. And then it's all tied up a piece, 8-8 in this final one here. Juan Britos coming out on a pony called Rosetta. And we will see on ponies for the others in a second. So we're going to start this now. Fifth on 8-8. It's a great game. Really interesting to see the way Perotto has turned the screw a little bit in that last chukker, but the way Zubir and Britos are really holding the back end. Kakua Raja in the midfield and Geisel at the top is very impressive against this very strong Navy side. Here we go.
So, down the ground, welcome back here at pitch side as well as one of those on the live stream is Jaisal Singh. Just with the shot down the ground, picked up there, and it's going to come straight back at them with Felix Esayen. Esayen leaves the ball for his captain, this marvel of the sport, Perotto Cambiasso. Sends it out to the right-hand side, looking for Simon Prado. Prado is quick, spins it back round again. Behind him is Juan Martin Zabir. In front is Britos, but look at that by Simon Prado. He takes them both on, gets the hook on the play. Here again, though, with Juan Martin Zabir spinning it round on the near side. Looking to take on Cambiasso. Now falls for Esayen, who looks again to see where Perotto had gone, but he's backed up instead by Simon Prado, who dances out left and gives it back again to Felix Esayen. These two, Simon Prado and Felix Esayen, they're just getting better and better together on the field as this season progresses. Left now for Perotto. Perotto lines up, has a look up towards the goal, into the pony. I don't think the umpires are going to like it.
Yeah, let's have a look at the replay and we'll have a quick talk to the umpires here just to see which way that went. Oh, so Perotto did have a couple of choices. He did have a couple of choices, but he went out to the right. He could have, but it hit a player. Zubir hit a... Let's have a look and see what happens. So, here's a penalty. And it's given to La Delfina Marquez de Riscal. Straight in front. He could have hit it, and he was in the way. Is the call. This is going to take them to 9-8. And it does. 9-8 it is. And that is unfortunate. Unfortunate for La Delfina, for Sijan, sorry, for coming in front there of La Delfina. They take the penalty, they take it quick, and they take the lead again. They took the lead in the first chukker, and then that was it for a while. They've come back again now in this last chukker, and 9-8 it is, but it's picked up by Jaisal Singh, and he'll do well to get away from here, and he's on a runner down to goal.
Look at Jaisal Singh running on the near side. He's so confident out there as it's here now and picked up by Raja. Raja right in front of goal. It goes wide. Some sticks in the air. Whistle has gone. I wonder, could be a safety 60 perhaps. Jaisal Singh, the confidence in which he just runs through.
But the way it came out of the line out there, John, and he just rode straight down onto it, literally, really, really good. Let's have a look at this one here on the live stream. So there's a near side play.
I think it's safety 60.
And there is a knock there, and it's just come off. They're just seeing whether it's coming off a stick or off a pony. Safety 60.
Yeah, they are going to give us safety. Yeah, it was for confidence as well on the near side as he went for it there, Jaisal Singh. He kind of, I think he actually got called off, but he was just absolutely flying.
Right, Zubir, he's missed a 60, but he's been hitting these. Now, on the angle, on the corner, can he get his sights in? Here we go. Family are here. Dad is here watching him. Mum's here. We saw them earlier. There is the shot. Wide.
Wide to the left-hand side now. We've had another one. Did it get deflected?
I think it is. It's another one. It got deflected.
Another fight at the Cherry for Sijan Indian Tigers.
Another go for Zubair. Will it be Zubair? Will Britos take it? He's been punching those up in the open play, but Zubair is the penalty taker at the moment. 2 out of 2, or best of 2, should we say? Let's see what he can get on this one. Here we go. Nice little pony, just canters up, really lovely little stride. And he is forwards. Look how happy that pony is. And he hits it well, and this time he gets it. This time, yes, he gets it. And he's got his sights locked on. And look at that, we're 9-9 in the 5th. What polo, what great games we've had today. So close and so full on. And these two teams are so evenly matched. Who will win the line-out? That's where possession's been going a lot to the blue shirts of La Dolfina. And how well. Britos up to Jaisal Singh, and he's on a runner. John Jaisal, can he finish? Oh!
Jaisal took it right, but a little bit of miscommunication there. The line-out by La Dolfina. Marquez to Escal, as you see. Jaisal go for being ambitious under the next shot. But yeah, he'd gone. Felix Sessom seemed to go. He thought his team had the ball, and then that left them wanting at the back. So a little bit lucky there, a little bit of ill discipline in the line out there.
That's where they've been quite deadly, though, when they get that, and then Perotto just feeds from that line out, and away they go. They're just waiting for a change, so I was wondering why they were taking a while, but I could see Prado and Alejandro have just changed, so they're back out on the field, and we are ready to go for a bit of an onslaught. I feel like there's some magic coming from Perotto.
There is. Down in the famous Brooksfield corner. It was great to see Brooke Johnson here the other day. I'm sure he's watching the man who set this up with those great CS Brooks sides of the 90s as it goes long now, and it's going to be Juan Martin Zabir taking it out to the left-hand side, being watched closely round the corner. The umpires were happy that the hook was on the wrong side. I did get there, I'm not quite sure, but still coming through. And now here you hear the third man say fine for the Blues to come in as it comes out left. Maybe not so fine this time round. There's a lot of passion here.
There's a lot of passion. I heard a few screams and a few roars. Perotto doesn't understand where that came from, but
it's unsurprising, but like we say, it's not a knockout stage game, but Sujan Indian Tigers, they will guarantee a spot, and La Dolfina Marquez de Riscal, you always think 2-2 will get you to a penalty shootout, but certainly them as the semi-finalist of the Queens, it definitely they'd say is an upset. I don't, no one at Orius would be too upset if they say it was an upset.
They've got to prove a point. Yeah,
they got to prove a point, but it was that, obviously, that opening game, that wonderful day, the Midhurst Town Cup game against Lachicera meant it was, but they were so good against Kazakh. But Sujan, they are playing so well.
They are. We've said it from the beginning, and just having that Kaku Araja in there this year with Britos and Zubair, who have played with each other, it's just added such a dynamic flair in attack. And Zubair, for me, I mean, every year he just gets better and better.
It was a King Power organisation he got to the final with all those years ago, off 6 goals.
Yep.
I remember him over here. Was it De Paula and Gonzalito Perez, that team? And I love watching him play.
Here we go. They need this because it will take them to 10 and put them in the front. Oh, his horse did a stumble, but he got it nicely struck. A nice strike on the chestnut with the white blaze. It's come back out again for a little bit, and that is a beautiful penalty. 10, Sujan. Okay, we just need a little bit of a change quickly. Kakaraj is just asking if he could change his pony. And of course he can. Jaisal Singh is going to quickly change as well, or change his stick.
Good to see Kaku and Raja playing so well as well out of this tournament. We loved watching him in England, and he's one of these players who will play every level. He's always out there. He got a late call-up last year to play, having not been part of a team. He was part of those Talent Draka's sides, not Marquez de Riscal. Various teams who've done pretty well. My mind's gone blank of the name of Karine Ricard's team. Muris Sanctus.
Muris Sanctus,
That's why he was part of those Muris Sanctus sides who did so well.
Yeah. Kakua Raja is one of those players that I always see that's always smiling. He's just always smiling on the field or off the field. He's got that cheeky little boy smile, hasn't he? He's small, but he packs a punch.
Yeah.
And he's a joy to watch and a joy to play with, and he's working so hard. And that's what I mean. He's kind of like the engine in the midfield here. And then you've got Zubir, that's the steel, if you like. And you've got Britos, that's like the assassin. And
so
you kind of put all these together.
Your nickname for Kaku's the engine.
The engine,
nickname for Zubir's the assassin. I'm just getting your nicknames here.
No, Britos is the assassin.
Britos is the assassin.
Steel. The steel is Zubir.
Zubir's the steel.
The steel,
okay,
yeah.
The steel.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Nice. Did you ever think of a nickname for Pablo McDonough?
Well, apart from legend, I'm trying to come up with something really, really good. So you're going to leave it with me.
Extra cash again.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine.
Yeah, because it's got to be iconic, really, hasn't it?
So ball goes back in play. The icon. So it comes away here with coming across there. The umpire's not sure they're going to like that one.
No, I'm not sure what Juan Martin's doing there, trying to play that ball in front. We'll see.
He'd love to tell you.
Interesting one.
Well, it's if Zubir, he claims he had the offside backhand.
Yeah.
That the space was there. Perotta's on the near side. You can kind of see on that drone view what he was thinking. It wasn't quite as cut and dry as we thought on initial reaction, but the umpires, they did check with third man as well, and it's going to go down the ground. Penalty 2, 30-yard shot.
Oh, it's swinging back again. It swings one way, it swings the other. It'll be Felix. He's going to take this penalty. He scored 12 goals in the last game. There was only 12 goals scored, and Felix scored every single one of them against Kazakh earlier on this week. Unbelievable. He's a goal machine. Absolute goal machine. But today he hasn't had that much time on the ball to score. He's been working on the ball in midfield, but he hasn't had that much time to get 12 goals under his belt because the Tigers have been absolutely dominating. But there it is. Nice and easy. Strikes it well. And he'll pop that up there, and they come back again, and now it's 10 apiece. So we'll just look at the replay here. I think I'm not sure exactly what Zubir was reaching forwards to try and hook.
Yeah, he's kind of got hooked on the hand.
Yeah, it didn't look like it had caught him that badly from this angle, but we'll have a look, and he obviously has hurt himself badly. But
was he not holding his hand after something earlier? Or
maybe, yeah, might have been something from before. Let's have a look. Let's have another look at this. Unless the horse caught it. Did it catch him on the way down?
This is where he's saying here.
Oh, did his horse stand on his stick?
Let's have a look. Yeah, nothing overly clear cut.
Well, let's we'll leave it for Tim Bounder. Look at that one then.
Yeah, I'm going to head off and go hear what Tim's got to say about it.
I thought you were going to. You said you're about to head off. I thought you were about to head off. So, John, we haven't finished the match yet. You can't just head off. So we'll go and have a chat with the third man whilst we wait here. Make sure it's okay. And see which way they go on this one. From the angle and from the slow-mo, it looked like There was a hook coming in or reaching through from Zubir, and obviously he was trying to play the near side Perotto. But well, let's give him a few moments and then we'll come back to you on that one.
So we're just waiting to find out what the score will be. Zubir was coming in with the hook to challenge and to reach forwards. Perotto is playing on the near side. It's unclear at the moment whether that caught Perotto or caught his stick, or we'll just find out from the VAR and the umpires which way we'll go with this one. But he's back up and he's going to get back on his pony. Had a bit of attention there, whether he had an injury from that beforehand, and we will see.
From the live stream and from the VAR, from the umpires, yeah, I don't know. I think it might have something just caught Perotto, but there was a clear distinction gap, and White Tigers, Sujan White Tigers are okay to proceed. Here we go. Can they make something from this to take it to 11-10? This is such good pressure from Tigers and Zubir. In goes Prado, waiting is Adolfo, Britos with Adolfo.
So now Zubir, the next shot into the crowd, manages to somehow get that back on the near side as well, under the neck, spins it back round. Perotto and Zubir coming together. Luckily, Perotto's hand does seem okay as he takes control of the play now. Flicks it round to Simon Prado. Prado now waiting at the back. There is Araja. Prado takes it out to the right. He's got Alejandro Aznar in front. The backhand played once and again twice. Who's going to turn first? It is Perotto Cambiasso. Went for final. Well, I was going to say 2 minutes of a fifth chucker, but I'm not quite sure they restarted the clock. So, tail backhand by Perotto. We're 1 minute on the Polo Line TV screen as it's sent out left here now, looking down at the ground for Felix Sin. Sin takes it down there with the tail backhand is Araja. Looking again for Zubir. Zubir and Perotto coming together. Perotto takes it, flicks it underneath the pony's neck. Now goes lateral, right to left with players out in front of him. As still now with Perotto Cambiasso, dances round to the left-hand side. Perotto now sends it long out to the left. As here now, we've 35 seconds on our clock here, as it's how here with Felix Sin. Sin to the right-hand side of Araja. Felix, can he put his side out in front before the sixth chucker with the next shot towards the goal with the score? What a goal.
Wow. There's a huge cheer from Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal down there. Felix Sin, oh my lord, look at that. That's why he's the goal-scoring machine. He pops that up. 13, number 3, unbelievable. Pops it in. 11 goals, 2-10, and they needed that. Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal. What a neck shot from Felix Sin. Goal scorer machine at the moment. We'll be back in a few moments on the live stream and here pitch side for the final chucker, but it's game on. Do not go anywhere. Who's going to win? Welcome back, everybody. We got a beautiful shot of Ladolfino Muckas, the Hiscara, coming out and looking at Felix. We're focusing in him on the moment, and let's look at his goal. This is the replay. Unbelievable. Takes it out wide. Kakuraja can't get to him. He goes for the best neck shot ever and just sails it through the posts.
He was back on Tasty, Carl.
And he was on Tasty. Yeah, well, that's why he scored such a cracking goal, because he was back on Tasty. That was the one that we focused on when he started on the third, and that was the one that he scored that brilliant goal on when he was out against Kazakh. Sujan Indian Tigers there. Best chuckers number 3. 4 goals were scored. Time in front, 67% apparently at the moment on our stats for Sujan. What a game. 11-10 now. Sujan are taking a while to come back. They're having a bit of a chat, a bit of the white shirts here.
Hello.
So, here we go.
Who's not killing? Who is? Who? Okay. It looks like he's getting on. Yeah, forget it all. Good information, thank you.
So we're just waiting for the white shirts to come back out. Just making sure. It just looked like they were slightly later coming to the field, but they're all good. They're just remounting now to join us. And we will get going in this last chukka. Look at that for momentum. A lot of white on that momentum, John. There's a few peaks of red where you've seen Perotto and Felix have come flying in. But you can see the last little bit actually has been very much red with just a flash of Sujan.
That's your, as we
My
liken
heartbeat.
it to your morning heart rate. That's your coffee.
That is my
When you
coffee
have
kicking
that
in.
red kicking,
yeah, absolutely. Double espresso. No sugar. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 players back on either side, ladies and gentlemen, and pitch side, and on the live stream. We've got a great 7 minutes to go in this chukker. Ball's in play, 11-10. Oh, he's got it.
This isn't what you want to see if you are a Sujan Indian Tiger fan. Is Perotto bearing down on goal? Perotto Cambiasso.
Wow, he knows when to turn it on, doesn't he? He knows when to turn it. One of his great advantages is literally the way he can just split through from the line out. The way those horses can go, that horsepower. Unfortunately, Britos was just left behind and just couldn't chase him. He had a quicker horse. He managed to really fly on that one, and it just got ahead, and he'll always finish Perotto from that range. Very nice play from the 10-goaler.
So ball goes long down the ground. They need to answer quickly here. Do Sujan Indian Tigers. Coming back now is Perotto. Perotto gives it back to Felix San. San looking down at the ground, waiting patiently there as it falls here again for Felix. Felix pushing hard there. In comes Araja. Araja back to Britos. Britos to Zabir. They need the next goal, but it's come back here now for Simon Prado. Prado spots the gap and runs. Now this is where Ladolfina, Marquez to Escal have just got better as this game has progressed. Coming across is Jaisal back in defence. Jaisal saying lovely play by him, but it does eventually fall for Felix San. And the whistle is blown.
Wow, this could be an important call here. We had Kakaraja just coming down in front of Felix San. It's whether he took the man, whether he came in front or not. Yes, he did, I think, by looking at the replay. And it could be that it goes for... Bit of a discussion on this one, making sure that the call is right. Was Kakaraja right, or was Navy right? Okay. So, Tim Bound, third man, said that actually it wasn't the white shirt, Kaku Avaja, coming in front, and that actually they had the line. Go on. Go, John.
Yeah, just hearing from the third man what it was. It kind of looked again on the face of it, but it may have been a foul to the Blues against the white, but actually saying that it was a bit of a disingenuous was the word that our third man, Tim Bound, used for turn to the right by the blue. So that leaves it as a penalty from the centre.
Excellent. That is exactly a good call on that one. We were looking at it on the replay. We were about to say, we actually stopped and sort of went, oh, let's look at that again because that is a good shout. So from the middle, up it goes. Really nice and high. Is it going to go all the way? And it just goes to the left-hand side. Unfortunate for Sujan. They could have done with that, John.
So ball goes over the back line. Just having a quick look and just seeing who these two sides, who they've got left to play in their fourth games, and both of them play against Adolfo Cambiasso, Perotto's father, of course. So both play against Cambiasso, so the man who always has an impact on the tournament, so often on the winning podium. But if he'll be saying if we win both of those, they're going to be on the 2-2 as well. So a lot to be played in this tournament as it goes, as it reaches out behind him. Here now with Zabia with the tail backhand. Looking here for Juan Britos. There is still time, but they need the next goal in this game. It's driven long down at the ground by Britos, but it's going to go wide to the right-hand side, kept in play by Raja. Raja now turning around the circle. The goal judge still says it's in, and it's going to come right back at them, in or out. That is why that is often the call. A lovely little faint change of direction there, and that is what got the team in white, Felix Sin.
So Felix had it. Oof. In goes Kaku again this time, though. And this time Kaku will get a bit of a push on that one.
Yeah, really, sorry, Carlo. We're just seeing on the instant replay how nice sort of switch. It looked like that he was going to go right, and then he went left. And that's just what caught them, that sort of deft. You talk about how much you love watching the hands of the players, and just he gave nothing away there as he kind of came through.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was unfortunate because that's what we thought was happening up there, but actually it had gone against blue. But this time Kaku, he just wasn't level and wasn't at the same speed to just get that ride on that line. So it'll be for La Dauphine Marquez de Riscal for this penalty. 60 yards.
60-yard penalty for not a great ride-up from the white shirts by Kaku Avaja down here, so they put it up for a 60-yard.
And it will be Adolfo Cambiasso tees this up, but will it be Felix? He's been striking well, the goal-scoring machine, SAN, or will it be Adolfo to take this one? I think it'll be Felix. They just want a good bit of ground on this one. They know they need it. They want to get in front a little bit more with 4 minutes 23 on the clock. This time it is Perotto going to take it. Wow, wide, but got the height, but just no connection on the goalpost line, unfortunately, and just goes a little bit to the right-hand side. Sujan could do this. It is 12-10. They could still come back. The next play is so crucial with possession here. Can Zubir and Britos just keep it and try and allow that overlap to get away from Perotto, but he's snuck in there, and it's back to the blue shirts.
They hooked each other there, the two blue shirts, but it's worked out as Felix Sin bears no grudges after the hook by the teammate comes across. And he did foul him.
Lots of chats. No, I was here, but I was here. We will see on the replay here, but you can kind of see he came in. The white shirt wanted to establish that line. Felix came in front. There was a quick penalty, and it'll be taken now back to white, and possession goes back to them.
So ball coming back in here with Juan Britos. Britos sends it out left. Can they find some of that magic? It looks like he's back on Emezeta Rhodesia. Juan Martin Zabir as he now comes through. Thought better of jumping straight in. They don't need to go for those all-or-nothing plays yet, and that's what Patient can get you as he does come across. But look, coming back at him again, Felix S.A.N. He's such a good young player, so well mounted, so well organised now. Comes to the right-hand side of awaiting Iraja. Felix, look at the speed round the corner on Brooksfield, underneath the bank as it's still here with Felix S.A.N. Long, lofted drive through the goal, and what a score! And that is a goal worthy of winning any game, if that is indeed the case. I'm not going to say it yet. What a goal.
Wow, wow, wow. He may not grab the headlines as the big superstar of the world, but he is a superstar in his industry and in his bracket because he is honestly tough, hard-working, and one of the best six-goalers out there. Absolutely underrated at the moment. He is on fire. Every player, every patron will want him on their team because he is just has these moments of brilliance. Felix S.A.N. and he is such a worker.
So it comes away now for Juan Martin Zabir. Is there time for a little bit more Sujan Indian Tigers magic? Juan Martin leaves it for Britos. Britos goes in behind, looking to pick it up near side backhand played, and they're going to come back behind. This second half performance has been so good by the side in blue, as they now look just to close this stage out. The umpire's happy. Zabir, you fully had to go for it. The umpires weren't going to give it, but you may as well try at this stage, as now ran down the boards by S.I.N. again. He hasn't got 12 goals, but it's been another great performance as Felix. He gets past Araja. Waiting for him is Giselle. Felix S.I.N. with the shot towards the goal. I think it's gone wide left, but the clock, it will tick down as we go into the final minute and a half of this contest.
You just see how much ground that Felix S.I.N. covers. It's unbelievable the amount of ground he covers from defence to attack. He literally influences every single play. He's involved in every single moment on that field, whether he's off the ball or on the ball. And really, that turning of the screw, this last chukker, has been very much down to Felix S.I.N. and the team.
So it comes out the front again. Jaisal Singh, he's still had a great game. We won't forget that cut shot he scored. Now, can he finish off with another long distance? Alejandro Aznar going back, another player who defends really well. He's a big component of his side, Alejandro Aznar. And they'll be really happy, like you said. Is that knack? It seems harsh to say, you know, Perotta's got to grow into it. He's already 10 goals. But when you're comparing it to his father, and his knack used to be, they'd be down, and he would just be able to turn the momentum of any game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was what he was so good at. There's so many traits of his father, but there's so many unique styles that he's got as well, which is so good to see, isn't it?
Yeah. So here now again with Perotta. Is he going to finish with a little bit of magic? Just run through again. Sends it down the ground. Perotta can be out. So look at the speed. We'll find out the name of this horse afterwards as he sends it long down the ground. Simon Prado, he can't finish it off, but it goes wide to the left, and that will likely count down at the end of this game.
Well, it certainly has been. The fifth and sixth chukker has gone very much to them for La Dauphine Marquez de Riscal. We had a whistle. Just going to reset, I think. Or are they calling it? They calling it? They're all handshaking. So I think they, yep, they are handshaking. That is it. That is the end. They called it, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. La Dauphine Marquez de Riscal takes the 13 goals to 10 here at Brooks. And it is a win for them, putting them on 2 wins and 1 loss. 2 wins and 1 loss for La Dauphine Marquez de Riscal. 13-10 final score. A huge game against Kazakh with wind in their sails, made it 12-6, and then this one 13-10. So they lost against Heta, but they've won all their other matches. And if you look at the stats, they went from 4 chukker to 5 and 6, 11-10 and 13-10. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 8-8. Level pegging. And then that was it. The 5th and 6th just went. Felix S.A.N. Wow. Perotto, Simon Prado, and Alejandro Aznar. What a great, tidy play from all of those players. Well done to Zhejiang Indian Tigers. It's a shame. You feel sorry for them a little bit. They've won both of their games so far. It was always going to be a strong one, this one, for them, and it was always going to be a hard one. But they held on until the 5th chukker, and then in the horsepower, and Perotto, Superstar 10, and Felix, goal-scoring machine, just couldn't quite stop them now. And that is there, the stats you can see. Throw-ins, 7-11. Penalties are very similar. The fouls were very similar. Possession, again, very similar. It wasn't until really the last. We were all jawed up until the 5th. So interesting stats, really. Balanced up. Moments of brilliance from Perotto, and then moments of real domination and great defence from Zhejiang Indian Tigers. Yeah, there's the momentum. Started off well, Tigers. There wasn't really much from Ladolfina, just a little moment here and there. Then Tigers had another onslaught, but then look, halfway through that graph, they came back. Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal with quite a lot. And for a while, they were up and then up again and up again. Zhejiang had another little bit of a foray, but it was just too much. And Navy Shirts just managed to keep pushing till the end. They needed that because if they'd lost that one, that would have taken them down the table a little bit because they would have had 2 losses and 1 win. But they now have 2 wins and 1 loss, and that's what I'm talking about on the league. Can you see now they've moved up? Hechisera are at the top with 6. But now, with that, Zhejiang Indian Tigers, so they've played 3, they've won 2, and they've lost 1, which puts them on +6. So they sit at the 2nd place at the table. Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal with 4 as well, but they have played and they have won 2 and they have lost 1 as well. So really interesting that they're both there in 2 and 3, and they've moved up. Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal. UAE have gone down, Kazakh down, Jindal Steel is in 6 and Park Place. Not good from them. They played 3, they didn't win any, and they've got 1 more match to go. But look at the top 3 there. Hechisera, Zhejiang Indian Tigers, and Ladolfina Marquez de Riscal. Tomorrow, Dubai versus Shoreline. That's going to be a great match. That's at 12 o'clock. And then we've got, for the Argentine Ambassadors Cup, we've got Clinova Circular versus Ojo Caliente, and that will be at 3 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us today. It really has been 3 matches. Look at that. Park Place, they won. Against Hechisera, they won 11-9, and then UAE won, and it's been a brilliant, brilliant day here. Thank you so much for joining us from around the world. For John Kent and myself, Carlin Martinez, we hope you've enjoyed the commentary. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage from Cowdray TV and Pololine TV. We will see you all again tomorrow. Have a good evening. Thank you very much, and happy 4th of July.